We've got a big announcement coming out of Texas regarding Bitcoin, Blackrock, JPMorgan, all kinds of stuff. And the funniest thing about the JPMorgan one is we all knew that they were grifters. One of the biggest grifters actually in traditional financial systems ever. Well, pretty much everybody in traditional financial systems are grifters, but they're just pretty much the worst, really, when you think about it. Not only have they been debanking people, not just Jack Mallers as of recently, but not only they've been debanking crypto people since before 2017, but just in general, and they're just whatnot, you know? So we're going to talk about, there's lots of things going on. Zcash got a listing. Somebody, I forget who it was, but there's no sound. There should be sound. There should be sound. YouTube, can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, say yes. Can YouTube hear me? Can YouTube hear me? Can you guys say if you could hear me? Please. Somebody, I forget. Okay, anyways, somebody from some public servant somewhere was talking about people need to dress nicely at the airport. First and foremost, I do miss the old days where people would dress like super in style, like my grandma. She was literally on her deathbed after my grandpa died. She lost her apartment, and actually it was my uncle who passed. That's a whole nother story. Anyways, though, and she had to go move to Texas with my family members, and she was like 80 something years old. That woman was always very well dressed. She put on some heels and she couldn't even walk. So she and her generation, they used to wear really nice stuff to the airport. For some reason, we look like slobs when we go to the airport, which, you know, I got to be a little bit comfortable. But the airplanes are disgusting to me. They're really, really disgusting to me. Like, people are gross. So I just kind of wear whatever. But I understand why they want people to look nice at the airport. But at the same time, I feel like we should really focus on manners, which he was kind of talking about, which is funny because society has lost all manners. But at the same time, customer service is bad. But anyways, I thought it was really funny. I mean, how sad. It's like we have those billboards that tell people not to leave kids in hot cars, and our public servants are reminding us. And the funny thing about it is society as a whole always is like requiring public servants for guidance. And it's like, can't you guys think for yourself? I don't know. I just wanted to put that out there. And that does segue into crypto, because the reason why crypto and Bitcoin were created is to, you know, to be able to think for ourselves and to advocate for ourselves and whatnot. And Bitcoin is one of my favorite protests. But let's go ahead and get into it, see what's happening with all the markets and the things. FTN is fast token, whatever the hell that is. That's down. Everything looks okay, though. We got Dash that's up, Cash that's up, Sol that's up, PP that's up, Telcoin, Hype. Shout out to everybody making money. Also, Monad is up as well. Really quickly about Monad. I got some sort of NFT for being on crypto Twitter or something. I don't know where the hell it is, what wallet it is, but I got that. But I'm seeing people making meme coins on Monad and doing well with that. So I'm happy for you guys. I'm not going to be participating in any of that because like, it's just like liquid. It's just moving from one place to the other. I would personally like to see some other sort of building there, but we'll see what happens. But shout out to them. I'm happy it was a successful launch, primarily because Coinbase hosted it. It was the first Coinbase ICO that was listed. I don't know if it's legit or not. I don't know if Monad is legit. I mean, I know people over there that work there. I mean, is anything legit? You're supposed to verify, not trust. Or something. I don't know. Anyways, this is what's going on with the current state of the market over here. As far as Bitcoin goes, Bitcoin hit $90,000, which is great. Also, I still have the TradingView giveaway on X if you guys are interested. If not, that's fine too. But they give me a free membership and then I do a giveaway for them. And then, but so this is Bitcoin. This is actually the monthly, because I was looking at the Campbell Soup chart yesterday, because they had all that FUD and stuff like that. And I was just kind of curious to see what's happening. But Bitcoin is up. Really, for me, just as long as we hold on to $84,000 support, we're up. We retested the EMA 9, which is good. And we got that really nice curling. Anytime it does this, it's like a bullish indicator for me on the daily, which is good. We're on the 4-hour chart. We are above the EMA 9, which is absolutely wonderful and fantastic. Love to see it. And so we're on our way up, We still have a bit of a ways to go, but this very well could have been the local bottom. So I hope people are doing well. It's going to be nice for Thanksgiving, right? Ethereum is back above $3,000. I need Tom Lee to pump this to $10,000 without haste. There's things that I need to buy. I need to buy more properties because I need to move to South Orange County because that's where I want to be. Solana's up as well. It's actually retesting the EMA 20 here. really nicely, getting ready to flip 145 on the daily. XRP is up, holding on to the EMA 9 at 216, trying to flip 228. It looks like a lot of these coins, for the most part, if we scan the charts, they're really kind of trying to flip back above that bullish area, flip above resistance and to turn it into support. Chainlink, same similar area here. All retest, all flipping the EMA 9 and then getting ready to retest the EMA 20 in important areas. ADA Cardano, a little bit lower, but still doing its thing. HBAR is also above the EMA 9, which is nice. So we're doing well. But this is the bombshell at JPMorgan. So JPMorgan offers investors a big chance to win if Bitcoins drop next year, but then it rockets in 2028. So basically they have a note. It's like a note. It's like, let me read what it is, because this is all confusing. This is the thing about traditional finance, okay? Traditional finance is ghetto. Traditional finance, what it does is it takes this financial system that's basically printed out of thin air, and then you can create all these different traditional financial products, service products on top of it, and then you can go ahead and bet on those. But they're only available to certain people of certain wealth classes, right? Yeah, I know, crazy. But crypto's a scam. That's a big comment I'm getting from everybody on TikTok is crypto's a scam. Oh my God, blah, 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 stock market. Do you guys actually know how the stock market works? Like the fact that you could create derivatives on derivatives on derivatives, like how Oprah says everybody gets a house or something like that, a check. Same thing. Let me give you a good shout out for the channel members because I forgot to do that. On TikTok, on YouTube or X, I'm only doing it if you guys are subscribed to the show, are subscribed and you pay the little thing. If not, sorry. Good morning to Mr. R, to Mr. to Mr. Lawrence. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I'm gonna have some eggs this morning. To Mr. Mike, to Mr. Legend, to Mr. Dale, Mr. R again. Thank you, gorgeous Alexander, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Good morning to Noah. Congratulations to Noah for being the joining the O Army. Appreciate it. And who else? I know I lose things all the time. Mr. Gamer, blessings to you and your gorgeous family. Aloha Jay. Oh, he's going to Costco. Gamer's going to Costco to get those. I like the new, what are they? The calzones. We call them exploding bread, but they're pretty good. Who else? To Altcoin Alpha. To John Legend, Mr. John Germain. Who else? We got so many people today. Love it. Okay, the audio wasn't working. Okay. All right, let's get back into it. Yep, Gamer bought the Coinbase ICO monad because of the rumor getting eligibility for the base token ICO if that gets listed next on Coinbase. But Gamer's probably already flipped that 10,000 times because that's what he does. But anyways, let's talk about what JPMorgan is doing, because this is kind of confusing. I get a little bit confused with these types of traditional financial products too, primarily because they're confusing. Because again, it's like derivatives of derivatives of derivatives. And BlackRock, like and again, I've said this on the show and I'm going to say it again. When we talk about BlackRock buying Bitcoin, BlackRock's not buying they're buying Bitcoin, but it's on behalf of their clients. And then BlackRock has had exposure, and a lot of these big traditional financial entities, they've had exposure to Bitcoin because they've been invested in different, like in MicroStrategy or those types of things. So it's like a weird circle jerk. That's what it is. So JPMorgan filed a structured note tied to ibit that benefits if Bitcoin drops in 2026 but surges by 2028. Investors get 16% guaranteed return if ibit is flat or higher in a year. The note is called early. If ibit is lower next year and the note continues to 2028, offering 1.5 times uncapped gains if Bitcoin rises, which is there's a prediction for drops up to 30%. But if it falls more than that, then they lose 1% for every 1% drop beyond negative 30%. This is the thing. This is legalized gambling. That's what it is. It's literally legalized gambling. And you're allowed to do it. Which is crazy, right? But stocks are fine. The traditional financial markets is not a scam, right? Not a scam. It's not gambling. It's safe. Right? Yeah. Yeah, Gamer probably already made like $700,000 million on Monad. That's probably what he did. It sounds exactly like options. That's exactly what it sounds like. But again, my point is that Like JPMorgan hates Bitcoin, but now they're offering people exposure to Bitcoin, which is kind of crazy, right? Grifter's gonna grift, baby. Grifter's gonna grift. Love to see it. Congratulations, JPMorgan. And thank you so much for unbanking crypto and Bitcoin people. Thank you so much. That was really nice of you. Anyways, next story over here. Texas joining Harvard and Abu Dhabi in recent ibit purchase. Eric B says, pretty sure that's the only ETF to ever be owned by all three. So Texas becomes the first state to purchase 10 million of Blackrock spot Bitcoin ETF. So this is the thing. This is bullish. This is very, very bullish for Texas. Kind of bullish for Bitcoin. But the thing is, the Blackrock spot ETF, it's exposure to Bitcoin, but it's not owning Bitcoin. It's not the same thing. There's reasons why people might want to own Bitcoin, or might want to buy this for OPSEC reasons and stuff like that, or just because they want to have exposure and it's easier for them to do so. So I get it. But at the same time, this is not owning Bitcoin. It's owning a derivative of Bitcoin, paper Bitcoin. That's what it is. So let's keep it fact. And there's a lot of discourse within the Bitcoin community because I see all the stuff on X, and everybody's cheering for the institutions, and I'll cheer for the institutions if I could profit off of it, because I'm here to make money just like everybody else is. But it's not owning Bitcoin. You can own Bitcoin yourself. So it's a very interesting little debate. But shout out to Texas, because California could never, because people in California are too busy committing fraud, public servants. Yes, honey?
The girl who we might have a play with today is calling me.
Oh, yeah, please answer that. Thank you. And thank you for being really good on your OPSEC. I appreciate that. So good. So proud of her. Dude, when your kid hears what you say and then practices the commands, that's dope. That is the best feeling as a parent, because she knows how scary people are on the internet. Not most of you guys, but there's bad people out there, and you never know who's watching you that has malicious intent. So she's very good. She will not use her real name. She's very careful what names she says, locations, all kinds of stuff. And she knows that. And that makes me so, so proud of her, because we've been doing this since she's been like 3 years old. So I absolutely love it. And yeah, she's going to get a play date today because we're fun. Oh, and last night we did peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in bed. Well, she doesn't like jelly. I had guava jelly. I love guava, but we did that in bed because that's like my favorite thing. It's like the funnest thing I couldn't do as a kid, so I like to do it as an adult. So we have little snackies in bed during break. But anyways, back to this. So when we're talking about ibit, it is a derivative like paper Bitcoin. I think it's really cool overall, though, that Texas is kind of participating in this. It's dope. We love to see it, right? But at the same time, it's not actually owning Bitcoin, and that's probably because their systems aren't built out yet. So congratulations to them. Now, next on the docket. This is from Zero Hedge, and this is actually very, 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 very interesting over here. Okay. So JPMorgan says crypto is transitioning into a tradable macro asset class driven increasingly by institutional liquidity rather than retail speculation. JPMorgan analysts suggest Bitcoin could reach $240,000 long term. JPM views Bitcoin as undervalued, noting it trades at a discount to gold on a risk adjusted basis and could justify a price near $170,000 to match gold's investment profile. I don't think JPMorgan's bullish enough. But at the same time, the reason why this is important is because, number one, they're acknowledging crypto, they're acknowledging Bitcoin. They've got this product, this gambling product that's based off of Bitcoin's performance, right? And it's just kind of legitimizing crypto. And again, we got the Dogecoin spot ETF. I want to say it was yesterday. I think there was another one that launched. But this is good, but also what they're telling you about, they're literally saying we're vertically integrating crypto and there's not a damn thing you can do. So this is the future. So we're going to see a lot less. We're going to see a lot of traditional financial products continue to be created. We're going to get all of these crypto spot ETFs approved probably in quarter one of 2026. And hopefully we get like an altcoin season or something then. But basically what this is saying is, like, last cycle could have been the last or the last cycle that we had, the last bull market could have actually been the last real altcoin cycle, a season, bull market, whatever that is. It's we're going to see what's going to end up happening, or this might be the last one that we are going to have. I'm on TikTok, Twitch, Rumble, X, and YouTube. No, they don't necessarily have the control yet. I mean, once they have enough liquidity and then they have control. So we'll see what ends up happening in the future. It's just all very interesting to me. I mean, that Bitcoin and crypto was kind of the last frontier for people. to not only for silent protest, but for financial freedom. So it's just very interesting stuff. Now, next over here for the XRP ETF, which again, people that are holding XRP will outperform will not only perform most altcoin traders, but just most people in general, in my personal opinion. As far as the XRP ETF inflows, 18 million of inflows into the Bitwise XRP ETF, now 135 million in the first 3 days since launch. So congratulations to the XRP army. And again, the liquidity will continue to flow in. Next on the docket, Bitwise rolls out Dogecoin ETF on the NYSE. Against the odds, it's kept its relevance. This is the thing. Dogecoin is a household name. I don't know who this person is. You're getting blocked, though, because you're annoying. But Dogecoin is a household name. Elon Musk really made it popular to most people last cycle. Great, fine, fantastic. Now, with moral of the story is, Gamer, can you just block him, please? Just block him. I'm having trouble doing it on my end. You know how, I think. Yeah, block. Yeah, I can't block him. Just get him out of there. I don't have patience for it. I don't discuss Bitcoin predictions. I don't do predictions anymore. Because everybody cries about it on the internet. I don't have patience for it. But again, Dogecoin is was one of the first meme coins. And it's been really much legitimized. And I'm happy that people are making money off it. I hope it goes to $1 one day. That would be awesome. That would absolutely be awesome. We'd love to see it. But it's just kind of interesting to see what's happening. And I know somebody on TikTok, thank you so much, Gamer. I know somebody on TikTok was like, oh my God, Dogecoin, we can't take the crypto. And just they're pissed off about the ETF. It's like, dude, have you heard of the stock market? JPMorgan just released a product basically allowing you to gamble on Bitcoin's price. Hello. Grayscale files to list for Zcash ETF in the US amid a 1,000% rally. Now, this is kind of a hot topic, so I'm going to get into it. First and foremost, Grayscale had a Zcash trust since 2017. Okay. Grayscale was one of the first TradFi crypto hybrid firms. Okay. I've told you since the beginning, and I was very right about this. We started covering different things that Grayscale was adding and removing from their trust. They have. You can disagree with me. That's fine. I appreciate the non-name calling and the discourse, the verbal discourse. It's good for me. But this is the thing. Grayscale and all is not going to have Zcash, ZEC in their trust if they are not anticipating it to do well. They also have Ethereum Classic, which I have no idea why. So with that being said, this is no surprise. And people are like, okay, well, it's been sitting since 2017 and now they're applying to list it as the ETP or the ETF now. Why? Well, because the last 5 years, the regulatory landscape was not good. It wasn't good. They couldn't. Everybody was getting freaking sued. You can't apply for something when it's not there. It's like, you got to read the room. Too much of the tism, too much of the spectrum, and that's okay. But you have to read the room. You have to look at this source and all these different sources. So moral of the story is privacy does matter. At the same time, I would still be risk on with privacy coins because, again, they delisted Monero. And what's going to stop them from delisting any other privacy coins? I'm just saying. And remember, Charles H. had talked about privacy bringing in some sort of altcoin run, which I do agree with that. That could be the next positive narrative. Oh, dear God, please give me strength today. Please give me strength to finish this stream. Anyways, moral of the story is Zcash should pump. It is correcting now. Grayscale applied for the ETF because it's a positive landscape to do so. Set limit orders. We like limit orders. I'm just going to be nice. I'm going to be nice because it's the holidays. This is the thing. Holidays are very hard for a lot of different people. So just don't be an a-hole. All right. Oh, there's Raider. Good morning. Good morning, sir. But just don't be an a-hole because the holidays are around. Try to be more tolerant to people. Yeah, exactly. Nice for what? I like that song though. But really at the end of the day, if you say dumb stuff, I'll be nice. I'll be nice. I'm going to be tolerant. For multiple reasons. Anyways, VanEck, new S1 amendment pushes first US BNB spot ETF closer to approval. Nice to see it. Congratulations to BNB. Oh, those are cute. I look like super 90s mom. Some days I do want to be a 90s mom in the Volkswagen, or in the station wagon with like the cigarette moms. This is the thing about the old school cigarette moms. Cigarette moms, they smelt really bad. My aunt was a cigarette mom. She was gorgeous. She still is gorgeous. Looks like Cher. She was like 5'5", like absolutely gorgeous, super fit. But cigarette moms, even though they smoke like cigarettes and they curse like sailors, those types of things, they had your back. They made sure you had the best time ever. Always had the best time ever. And guess what? They would stand up for you. They were loud and they would stand up for you. Back to news. Happy Thanksgiving. God bless America and Merry Christmas. Yep. Shout out to the cigarette moms. They'd put you back in the station wagon. You'd go get stuff done. Bitwise Dogecoin ETF BWOW. I love it. Sounds so gangster. It sounds so like Snoop Dogg. Just kidding. I also saw a video of Snoop Dogg in La Puente. And, the stuff he was saying, I was like, oh. But he was with, I don't know who he was. He was with somebody, some native over there, which was dope. I love to see the little neighborhoods in San Gabriel Valley go viral on TikTok. I love it. But the Bitwise Dogecoin ETF BWOW launches today. It's OG Memecoin. So again, we got another one coming up. Apparently, Memecoin activity hits new lows as weekly Solana DEX volume stays above 18.6 billion. And this is a good article over here. 240% rise in tokenized assets with single market rotation. This is a good article because a lot of people are not paying attention to meme coins right now. And that's okay. They don't have to, because that's not the narrative right now. Just way too much got extracted between a select few of people, and there was no real money to be made. Wasn't a lot of opportunity. So of course that's going to be minimized a little bit, but just because meme coin volume drops on Solana doesn't mean that it makes the chain less legitimate. Ethereum had a bunch of meme coins and DeFi, all different types of stuff. Not an issue. Not an issue in any way, shape, or form, in my personal opinion. U.S. Bank is now testing custom stablecoin issuance on the Stellar network. So we'd love to see it. Shout out to Stellar. And it's U.S. Bank, and they are the 5th largest commercial bank. Pilot uses Stellar's ability to freeze or reverse transactions to meet regulatory compliance requirements like KYC. This is the thing. This is not a decentralized blockchain. It is a centralized blockchain, and it's like a banker's coin, just like Ripple. Is that a bad thing? No, because they literally were created to compete with the big banks. So that's a good thing. So I'm happy for them. We absolutely love to see it. So good. If they're making money and their holders are happy, I'm happy for them too. I remember buying Stellar on Bittrex way back in the day and trading that. I had a moon bag, but I think I lost it. I don't know. I have to check things. I want to post a second video about this, but anyways, Klarna is introducing their first stablecoin. We're the first bank to launch on Tempo. I don't even know what the hell Tempo is. The blockchain design for payments, cool. By Stripe and Paradigm with stablecoin transactions already 27 trillion per year. We're bringing faster, cheaper cross-border payments to 114 million customers. The thing that's most alarming to me about Klarna is that they have 114 million customers. Okay, I'm going to explain to you really quickly how this works. Very, very quickly how this works. So Klarna, what you do is like, when you go on websites and like you want to buy stuff, you want to buy an iPhone or you want to buy your Chick-fil-A or whatever it is, you could take out debt to get what you want instantly. And that's another big problem with society as far as unaffordability goes, because a lot of people will just spend because they want that instant gratification, which the internet has really pushed on us, and technology and whatnot, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. The moral of the story is if you can't afford it, you shouldn't buy it unless it's a basic necessity: food, shelter, energy. Okay. I know the young ones don't believe in saving. It's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy to me. I might do like a financial literacy thing of how I came up from absolutely nothing, was able to own a house in cash, no student loan debt and whatnot. But it is a little bit different than when I was doing that. But anyways, as far as Klarna goes, Klarna is a very dangerous platform. I don't like it. I don't think debt should be made that available to everyone. Moral of the story is when that, with that being said, with stable coins, like we just covered with Stellar XLM, stable coins, like you guys think, oh, I'm not going to be paying my credit card debt and blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to be shopping. Guess what? I know people that have worked I actually used to work in a collection agency for a really, really brief period of time when I was like 20. and I did a lot of their, I did like CRM stuff, and I had to go to different hospitals and do stuff. But the amount of information they're able to get on people, you can actually get more information on people at collection agencies because of the ways the law are set up than you can as an attorney. Okay, because they have all these big databases. Not only is this incredibly dangerous, but when you do a stable coin, they're going to be able to freeze transactions. They're going to be able to see all of your assets. So you're not going to be able to hide assets anymore. And they're going to be able to get you, and they're going to be able to extract from you. They're going to be able to freeze payments, all kinds of stuff. And this is coming with AI, the CBDC, and the digital, and the CBDC and the digital ID. My relationship status is not your business. Shout out to Alpha Gamer. This is important, Wendy. What's better to bring to Thanksgiving pie? Pumpkin pie, apple pie, peach cobbler. Peach cobbler, baby, please. Peach cobbler. I like peach cobbler. I also am not really big on pumpkin pie. I like apple pie. I'm not that basic of a white girl. And I don't like turkey. Turkey is disgusting. I don't like turkey. I'll eat it, but I don't like it. We don't really do that. Like we've done, like in Italian holidays, you do like a beef or a ham and then lasagna. That's what we do. Peach cobbler for the win. Hell yeah. I'm okay. Cannolis are okay. Cannolis are okay, but this is the thing. Unless you get it from a legitimate bakery, you like there's too sweet. But I like the 7 layers. Yeah, my mom does lasagna. But anyways, Klarna, this is so dangerous. People don't understand. And again, with the state, with the collection agencies, they're going to absolutely take everything from you. You are going to pay back what you owe, especially with stablecoins. It's going to make their job so much easier. So much easier. Check chat. WendyO breaking news. What's going on, mixing? Oh, hold on. Where's the breaking news? Oh, hold on. I know what breaking news you're talking about. I know what chat. We have so many chats. All right, come on. What the hell? Which chat? Mixing? Oh, that's not breaking news. That was a call. I think. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, that's what's going on with Klarna. They're going to come get you, and they're going to come get your behinds. That's what they're going to do. And they're going to halt your transactions, do all the things, because that's what they do. All right. Now, what the... I don't know why my numbers on X are low. Okay, Bitcoin short squeeze to 90,000 possible as the funding rates turn negative. Actually, you guys, okay, I'm going to cover this later because I don't have time today. Yeah, I'm going to cover that in the second media for you guys. But I'm supposed... Klarna's going to get you. Don't use Klarna. It's terrible. And the stablecoin news is actually bullish for them because they're going to be able to make more money and actually get more of their, like any time you go delinquent and you don't make their payments, they're going to be able to take more of that back. That's exactly what's happening. But anyways, I got to go. I'm late for a call that I don't have because it canceled. But I have to do a bunch of media and I've got to deal with the play day and stuff like that. But I'll talk about the short squeeze later, because it's important. But sending you guys love and light. Thank you so much, and I shall return. See you tomorrow. I'll be streaming 10:30 a.m. PT. Bye, babies.